Hello everyone, welcome to another review. Today we want to have a look at the Jiake P6. It's a Huawei Ascend P6 clone and it looks really good. Here you see the front. It's made of Gorilla Glass. On the top you see a light sensor, the front camera, the speaker for phone calls, as well as a proximity sensor and a gesture control sensor, then the display and the soft buttons, which are visibly very well but not illuminated. And here on the bottom we have a small plastic cover. You can pull that off and then you just drag here on the back and it slides off, and you can change the battery, insert a micro and a normal SIM card as well as your micro SD card. On the side you see it's very thin, and here we have a volume rocker. This is actually made of aluminum as well as the back. On the bottom we have the micro USB port, a microphone, and on this side we have the power button, and here we have a headphone jack. On the back you can see the camera and the LED flash, and here the speaker. So as you can see, the design of the phone is pretty much like the original one, and it's also pretty well made, great build quality for the price, nothing to complain about here. So let's take a look at the phone in action. As you can see, the screen is pretty bright and also has nice colors. In my opinion they are a bit too intense, they could be more natural, but not a bad thing actually. The screen is pretty sharp, you do see pixels, but only if you go really close to the screen. And the viewing angles are also pretty good. It's an OGS display, by the way, as you can see. And yeah, screen is not bad. I'm satisfied for the price of the phone. So let's have a quick look at the performance of the system. As you can notice immediately, it's quite laggy, but that's not that's not the hardware of the phone, but the ROM, which is poorly optimized in my opinion. It also has some problems playing YouTube videos. They are lagging and not playing smooth at all, but that's really a problem of the system, because in other apps it works fine. So, well, I think they need to do some improvements here. So let's have a look at some of the benchmark results. I did run the Antutu benchmark. And as you can see, it's got 16,842 points. Whoops. What happened? Had a small crash here, never happened before. So let's have a closer look at the hardware. It says we have a MT6589 processor, which is actually not true. This is a MT6582 processor, so the 1.3 GHz processor from MediaTek. It's quad-core with a Mali 400MP GPU. The screen has a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels. Camera resolution is 13.3 megapixels. We have 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB internal memory, of which 5.6 GB are usable. And the pixel density of the screen is 320 dpi. And the front camera has a resolution of 8.3 megapixel. And it runs on Android 4.2.2. And we have direction sensor, proximity sensor, light sensor, e-compass, which is actually quite rare in such a price range. We have a distance sensor and that's all. So let's have a look at the other benchmark results. The Antutu 3D rating benchmark has reached 1976 points, which is kinda average for this processor. And then I've also run the 3D Mark benchmark, and here the phone got 2,917 points in the 720p benchmark, 1,989 points in the 1080p benchmark, and 2,889 in the unlimited benchmark. So that's quite okay for this hardware that we find inside the phone here. Next, let's have a look at the quality of the camera. And I have to say, this one has a pretty good camera. If light is bad, it is not that good. As you can see, pictures don't get really sharp, but we don't have much noise in the pictures, which is not bad again. But if lighting is good, we get really crisp and great pictures. This one has been taken with the LED flash of the phone, and as you can see, it has a great quality, great colors, great sharpness, everything perfect. You can see it too. And not only close shots are good, but here you see a shot of a screen, macro recording. You see every pixel, it's amazing. And yeah, the camera is also good in landscape shots, as you can see here. Great depth sharpness, not bad at all. You can really make quite good pictures with this one. So I'm really satisfied. And the front camera is quite good as well. It's better than most front cameras. You can make decent shots of yourself, not only usable for video calls and so on, so that's really great. Let's have a look at some web browsing. You can see this works great as well. Smooth, just like I like it. Zooming also works smooth, really great. Fonts are also sharp, so it's not a bad phone. Then let's come to the reception quality. I have to say that I'm pretty much surprised about the GPS performance. I went out and after about a minute or so I had 18 satellites in view and a fix for 8 satellites, and the accuracy was at 4 meters, so that's great in my opinion. And even in the house I still found a GPS signal, but it was not usable anymore for finding the location, so only works outside. And after the first fix you get a GPS signal after a few seconds, so it's quite good. Wi-Fi reception quality is also great. It's better as in some other phones, not the best, but it's good. And GSM as well. The only thing which is not so good, or let's call it average, is the 3G reception quality. I only get a 3G signal outside and not in the house, so well. Phone call quality is great. Your partner can hear you without problems, really clear, and in the opposite direction as well, so not a problem. Microphone is great, speaker is great. Quality of the internal speaker is not the best, but it's quite loud, but it has 0 bass, so well, maybe it's best if I show you something. Just check on YouTube. Let's play the first one. I pull it to 100% for you, just some small ad here. So let's skip that. And I hold the speaker directly on the camera microphone so you can hear that. So as you can hear, it's a bit too much for the speaker at 100%, so let's pull it down a bit and then you hear it works flawlessly. So as you can hear, it's loud, it's clear, but no bass at all. So, well, if you need a very good speaker for listening to music, this is probably not the best choice for you. What's disappointing as well a bit on this phone is the battery lifetime. You can get the battery empty in under 1 hour when playing a game. And when you use it intensive, you can get it empty without playing a game within 2 to 3 hours. If you use it normally on the go, I think you can reach hardly 1 day. You can reach 1 day of battery life, but it's hard. You really need to save power. And well, so battery is not the best. There are 2, but I doubt that most people are gonna take the second battery around with them, so if you need long battery life, this is also not a good choice for you. Another thing I noticed is that the automatic brightness adjustment is not working properly. It only can do like 2 brightness settings. First is like this, and then it can do full brightness if you're outside. I don't know why. I think it's some kind of a bug of the operating system and they need to work on this one, but I think there won't be any updates, so I hope the community will care about that. Another thing is that the gesture control is working very bad. They could have let that out and go for some cheaper price instead. You need to go very close to the sensor to get it work. I have disabled it now. And you almost touch the screen then, and well, it only works in one direction, so it's not really usable. Yeah, I think that's all for now. Oh, what I forgot, it also has a status LED, so if it's charging, it lights red. If it's finished charging, it's green, and if you have some message, it starts flashing in some color, blue for Facebook and so on. Yeah, I think that's all for now. So what can I say? All in all, I can recommend this phone to everyone who doesn't need long battery life and who doesn't need a great speaker inside his smartphone. It has a great camera, it has very good GPS reception quality, and Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and so on works great as well. It looks very nice, it's nicely built, high quality, and it only costs about $175 at the moment, so it's cheap. And yeah, I think it's still worth the money even if there are some downsides. But as I said, if you need long battery life, stay away from this one. So that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I hope I was able to help you a bit with your buying decision. I will put a link to a full review in the video description. It is in German, so you can use Google Translate. This should work very well. And on the written review you will find also links to shops where you can buy the phone. Okay, that's all then. Wish you a nice day. Bye bye.